When you try to use chars in your program and use scanf, you're going to get a few issues. So here I have a simple program that says enter a number and then enter a symbol, and then it's going to print out the number and the symbol that we entered. So the idea here is that when it asks us for any number, we'll enter in 5, and then down here we'll enter in a hashtag. So the program's already running, so first we're going to enter in 5, and then it should technically stop here and say enter any symbol. So let's press enter. As you can see, it completely skipped this line and went straight down till you entered C and C. So it only allowed me to enter in 5 and not a second variable. The reason why it skipped the second scanf is because the console still saw some characters in the input stream. So that means when I press enter, it looked at new line, there were 2 characters. So if I were to copy and paste this again, save it, let's see what happens if I do 2 scanfs. It caught our new line here, and it took it out of the input stream. Now it's on this line, and it's waiting for us to give a second character. So we could do hashtag. Now we can say, you enter in A, and you entered in hashtag. This is not a reliable approach, though, to make sure and check that the input stream is empty. So instead of what you can do is you can use a special function called getchar. And what getchar does is it makes sure it clears the input stream if there's any additional characters in it from the last time you used your scanf. Let's clean this up a little bit. Let's remove this. Let's remove this too. Now let's write getchar. What getchar will do is it will grab the blank character after this A. So when it comes time to grab this scanf, it doesn't skip it, and it allows us to enter in a value. So let's do Control F5, write 5, and then as you can see, we've stopped here now, and we only have one scanf. It's because it grabbed that empty character. And now we can do hashtag. And now we got you entered 5 and hashtag. So the program's working perfectly. But sometimes you may have a menu option and you may not know what your last scanf was. So you may not need this every single time. Or you may have a bunch of extra characters. So for example, if I were to run this again and enter in more than one character, hashtag $%, it's going to still skip scanf, but it's going to take the percentage symbol because the getchar got the $sign here. And then the leftover character in the input stream was this. And there was actually still an empty character here, but the percent was next in line to be stored into something. So this can happen when you have some type of a menu and a user enters an invalid input. So you want to make sure that you clear the entire input buffer stream. To ensure that you have no leftover characters in your input stream, we can use this in a while loop to keep checking the character we get until we hit a new line. So this is where our while loops come in handy. We can do while, we can say getchar, and we're going to keep taking characters until we don't get the new line. So this means once we see the new line, the program can stop and we can continue on. So if we save this and run it again now, when I enter in hashtag $percentage, it's still going to stop here but ask me to enter in my own value or symbol. So we'll do Control F5. Here we can write 5 and then hashtag. So that works. Let's run it again with some bad values. Let's do 5, 6, 7, hashtag $percentage. So when I press enter now, it should only capture 5 and ignore the rest, which it does. And then let's do hashtag. You entered in 5 in hashtag. As you can see, this code clears up all leftover characters in the input stream. Using this, you can ensure that you have a fresh, clean slate every time you use scanf to make sure there's no leftover characters in your input stream.